Hi everybody, Sabrina the Witch here. I got all dutied up, so I'm going to make a second video here. This has to do with a dream that I had one time years ago about me and my son. Now my son was born on March 20th. He is a Pisces. And I'm studying sidereal astrology, and so I have looked to check and see if he still is a Pisces. And he is. Pisces is coming up here on March 15th, and he was born on March 20th. So I don't know if he was living with me at the time. I just don't really remember exactly what was going on. We always seem to have a lot of issues going on in our family, and financial was one of them. And I dreamed one night that we were underwater, and we were deep underwater, like in the ocean. And for some reason I felt like we were drowning. I was afraid, and this might have been because I was going through copying papers and sending them off to the collection agency. I don't know, but I remember he was just above me, and we still had quite a ways to go to get to the surface, and I was determined we were not going to drown. And I think, opened my mouth and said to him, "We can breathe. Take a breath." It just came to me. We can breathe. We can breathe underwater. And I told him, "Open your mouth and take a breath." And so we started breathing. And then I pushed him up to the surface, and we got up to the surface. He was the older one at that time, and he was watching me go through all these papers all over the bed, and then having to go up to the 5 and dime store with the copy machine and make all these copies and send a duplicate copy off to this company. And then, it was just back and forth. And so this is what I think he might have also been picking up on, these struggles and how we were going to really get out of this. But while we can change the dream, and I've talked about that, you can, in your dream, change. Like if a lion is coming towards you, you can make the lion disappear or turn into sparkle dust or whatever. You can change a dream. However, there was a part of me, my subconscious mind was really trying to tell me, you're just as much a fish as your son. So I've come to learn lately by doing my sidereal chart that my rising is in Pisces. And this is, basically they say your rising is you, and it's your body. By the way, Pisces rules the feet, so if you're Pisces, you may have some issues with your feet, or you might like to dance. I have just picked up an old hobby of roller skating. I have to learn how to use my feet, but I've been in dance off and on since I was 5 years old, just off and on throughout my life, all different kinds of dance. So, and then I've learned that the planet that rules Pisces is Jupiter. And so I feel good that that's also my son's ruling planet. It's also the planet that rules your chart. And so I know that is the planet that rules his chart. And I haven't done my children's sidereal chart yet. Excuse me. I just made a fairly lengthy video, and I don't have anything to drink here. But yeah, the rising is you, and it's going to indicate your body. My friend, I just did hers, redid hers rather, because I gave her a whole dissertation on what her Western astrology was, her natal chart. And some of it's right, some of it's wrong. She is actually more of an Aries. Her rising is Aries, and this indicates her body and her body type. It's not typical of an Aries. She's not tall and thin because she's got the moon right next to it on the cusp, like in the first degree of the next house, which is Taurus. And so she has a tendency to hold water. Well, so do I. I'm a Cancer. So, you know, there's other things that come into play. But this was just a real eye-opener for me. And then, of course, as I've recently stated, the reason why I had my visit from Astarte when the moon was transiting in Sagittarius is because I have Saturn in Sagittarius. And I didn't think I had anything. My Western astrology tropical natal chart didn't show that I had anything in Sagittarius, and I was baffled. So this is just another example of how really important it is for us to either write down dreams. This one I wrote down in one of my many notebooks, but it was so profound that I remember it. So if you have a dream like that, think about that. Because it could be telling you something about your makeup, your self-knowledge, which is what dreams are always doing for us, that you weren't really totally conscious of. Okay, that's it for this video. I will talk to you later.